Fire away. Poof! Hello, this is Uncle Jim, and today we're going to try another method to get rid of rats and mice. So I stumbled across the video by the channel name of Pine Meadows Hobby Farm and Frugal Homestead. That's a mouthful. Anyway, I'll post a sticky in this video for his channel so you can see what's going on there. So I thought I would try this. He says this works awesome. It doesn't hurt other animals other than the title says kills rats, squirrels, mice dead with cornbread and baking soda mix. All right, so we're going to try this today. We had 4 mice in the traps in the garage. I had a big bird in the garage that was stuck in there, and so we got him out of the garage, and while we were at it, we checked our traps, and we had 4 mice in there. Being wintertime, the mice just go for the traps whenever we leave the garage door open for the cats. The cats have been doing a great job. However, they come inside at night, and that's when we trap the mice in the traps. So anyway, we're going to try this, and I'll do a follow-up on how good this works. He says it works awesome. Doesn't harm other animals other than mice, squirrels, and rats. So if you like your squirrels in your yard, make smaller holes. All right, so I guess the theory is that rats can't fart or they can't burp. So what you do is you just take a packet of Jiffy corn muffin mix, and he says the honey works really good. It really attracts them. And that's all debatable on you guys in the South about sweet cornbread versus regular. We're going to try regular and then baking soda, and it's a 50-50 mix. So I just measured this out, and it's about 1 3/4 cups of this. And so you mix it 50-50 with baking soda. All right. And that's what we have here, and mix it together really good. And then what you do is take a Tupperware container and drill a round hole in it, or cut a hole. But in our case, we have like these cat treat containers, and it's perfect because they have a flap. You just cut the flap off. And what I really like about this is when it lays down, it leans backwards. So you can fill them up, you know, put about this much in it, tap it down, and all the stuff stays down here at the end. It doesn't spill out. So that's kind of nice. Otherwise, make your own containers. If you want bigger varmints, you can use the bigger cat treat container. All right. So supposedly it doesn't harm other critters than that. So we're going to try this out today. So I have like 1 3/4 cups of each. You can weigh it out, whatever. And then mix it together really good. Okay, so we're going to stir this up really good. And the theory is rats can't fart, even though you saw that there's rat farts. I guess they can't fart after all. So they can't burp or they can't fart. So their acid in their belly acts like vinegar and baking soda, and you know what that does. And poof, it takes care of them right away. They explode. So if I find an exploded mice or rat in the garage, I will show that. And again, the cats have been doing a good job. The Stairway to Heaven has been pretty active, if you know what that is, if you watch my videos, or the Coliseum. Anyway, they just can't keep up with them at night because they're sleeping with us. All right. So my theory today is I'm going to make up 4 or 5 containers, and I can outside where my truck is parked and my van, I'll just shove this under the car. So when I back over it, it doesn't affect anything. And it keeps them out from nesting in the engine and eating your wiring and all that stuff. All right, so I will do a follow-up on this. So we're just gonna mix this together. It's a 50-50 mix. Baking soda and Jiffy corn mix. I guess the honey is more tempting, but these guys will eat anything. I thought mice were smart, but they're not, because my son has these 1-gallon tins. He cuts the lid off and puts 2 mice trap in each, so it's easier. They stay there, it doesn't make a mess, and believe it or not, a mice will walk up to another dead mice that's trapped and go for the peanut butter in the trap, and boom, you got 2 of them there, as you saw us hucking them over the mountain there. All right, so they're not that smart, but we have like a double wide rat trap or mice traps, and they'll just walk by a dead rat and get the next one. So they're not that smart. So I hope this I hope this works, and if it does, I'll do a follow-up. But mix it up very thoroughly. The baking soda is going to interact with their stomach acid, and it'll just be like when you were a kid and mixed baking soda and vinegar. And that's a good idea. So we're going to supplement this with the traps. We have clean traps, so tonight we're going to find out if the traps are less busy because of this. And then they're going to run for water or whatever, and we'll see what happens. All right. Cat. Okay, so we're just going to pour some in each container. Not sure how much I should use. Probably that's good. I'll try anything feasible or logical that sounds good on paper. All right, and again, I like this container because it's kind of beveled. And so when I set that in there, it's all in the back of the container, and the little mice wiggles in there, eats, and then, oh crap, a foof. So we'll see what happens. So there's how I got it set up right here. And the other critters can't get into it, so that's good. Beware of how big your holes are. I might do one for the big critters, but I prefer to pop the squirrels myself. And then if you have any extra, just put it in a baggie. And it's super cheap. You know how messy rat traps can get. We've had some ugly mess, and that's why we do them in tins. Maybe I'll show you that. So I'll do a follow-up on this and see if it works. This could be like a perfect, easy solution that's cheap. It's actually cheaper than buying a bunch of rat traps. So I want to thank that guy. I saw that video. It just popped up on my side suggestions, and we'll see what happens. All right, so I got a little surplus here for next time, just like peanut butter. If you're trapping with traps, they love peanut butter. Keep an old container so you don't contaminate your good peanut butter and leave it out in the garage, whatever. I should be able to see if they get in here. There'll be little footprints or whatever. And I'll start with 4 traps. I'll put 2 under the cars outside, which you could drive over and keep it in the same location. And we'll see. I'll give you a follow-up and see what happens. Now, before we end the video, I'll show you my son's little tins, the double wide rat trap or mice trap. Okay, I put one of these double wides on a ladder so you can see it. As you can see, it's well used, and there's 2 rat traps in there. And this works awesome. You catch 2 at a time, and if they leave a bloody mess, you just rinse it out. All right, so today they were both full, and now we're gonna supplement with the other method, which is easier than putting gloves on and taking care of the mess. All right, so what you do is mice and rats always go against the wall. So you wanna be along the corner of the wall. Then we turn this around so no other critters can get in there. So it's against the wall, you got your lip here, and that's how we do it, and it works awesome. I can't tell you how many we caught out in the country here in the garage, but it's a lot. All right. Okay, so I put one next to the double wide, and we'll see what they like best. And then I'll go put some under the cars. This is a great non-toxic way to take care of a mice or rat problem. Okay, so I got one under the truck, and I should be able to tell by footprints in the snow if we have activity. All right. And you can just back up over it. You don't have to move it. Don't have to put it in the engine compartment. And one under the van. And dig those tires. I love those tires. All right. And if you think you're going on vacation, you got another thing coming, buddy. Don't act like you're sleeping. You heard me. Oh, you heard me. That's a good boy. Oh, with his hound dog nose. Oh, yes. All right, well, setting the traps under the vehicles, I found these rabbit tracks from last night, and they go all the way to the truck. But don't worry, little buddy, it's not going to affect you. I think rabbits can fart, and the hole's too small in the traps anyway. But I think rabbits can fart pellets like 25 yards. We might have to do a video on that sometime. Until next time, hope you found this interesting. Thanks for watching.